السلام عليكم يا ولاد. الفيديو ده هنكمل فيه chapter 5 اللي اتكلم عن managing effectively أو management functions. This video is going to complete the explanation of chapter 5 which I started in the previous video. The first function in the management function is planning. Planning, it starts from the top level management because as all of us know, planning means to put a plan how the organization is going to fulfill its goal or its objectives to reach to its goal. So it's biologic. It will start from the top level management who will put the plan, and then middle level and first level management is going to put this plan into action. يبقى الفيديو ده هيبتدي لنا بالبلاننج اللي هو يعتبر أول خطوة أو step number 1 في المانجمنت فانكشن. وطبيعي إن هو بيبتدي من التوب ليفل مانجمنت، من المديرين، من اللي ماسكين الشركة، هما اللي بيحطوا الخطة ازاي الشركة تقدر توصل لأهدافها علشان تحقق profit أو تحقق الهدف اللي هي عايزة توصله. والميدل ليفل والفيرست لاين مانجرز هيحطوا الخطة دي في التنفيذ، طي التنفيذ. Planning starts by strategic planning. What's the meaning of strategic planning? Strategic planning means a plan which is put for a certain period of time. For example, suppose that strategic planning is going to put a plan for the next 5 years. So the meaning of strategic planning means that the company is going to put a plan to cover a certain period of time. The process here in the slide, strategic planning is the process of establishing an overall course of action. To begin this process, ask a couple of very basic questions. Why, for example, does the organization exist? What values does it create? Yani, what's the reason behind the existence of this organization? What's the aim by this organization, or what is the goal this organization is aiming to fulfill? And what are the values that this organization is going to follow in order to reach to its goal? يعني في سؤالين. الاستراتيجيك بلاننج معناها ان انا بحط خطة استراتيجية، means ان انا بتكلم على فترة مستقبلية معينة هحط لها خطة. طب يعني ايه؟ في سؤالين مهمين هسألهم لنفسي وانا بحط او وانا بعمل استراتيجيك بلاننج. اول حاجة هي الاورجانيزيشن دي موجودة ليه؟ يعني ايه الحاجة اللي هتقدمها، ايه الحاجة اللي هتقدمها للناس وفي نفس الوقت توصل للجول بتاعها. What value does it create؟ معناها يعني هي ايه ال values اللي هتتبعها عشان خاطر to reach its goal. ايه ال steps في ال strategic planning process؟ عندي 6 main steps. First, identifying the purpose of the organization, which means what's the purpose of this organization? This organization is aiming to reach to what? Is aiming to provide which product, in which quality, what's the target customers that want to reach, and then prepare a mission statement. Mission statement which describe the purpose of the organization and tell customers and employees and others what's committed to doing. Which means here in our university we have a mission statement. For example, our mission statement, suppose that you are going to put a mission statement for XYZ University. What will be the mission statement? The mission statement for this university is providing high quality of education in order to provide for the society qualified graduates with high skills, for example in management or in accounting and so on. So the mission statement must be clear, simple, easy to understand. For example, in our notes we have a mission statement of Harley Davidson, which is we fulfill dreams through the experience of motorcycling by providing to motorcyclists and to the general public an expanding line of motorcycles and branded products and services in selected market segments. So this mission statement, which is found in your notes in page 50, is very simple, very clear, that this company is going to offer or to provide people who are interested in riding motorcycles with a high quality motorcycles based on the experience of the company, and it will cover many market segments and high quality products. Then select the core values. The core values are simply is considered as the guide of the behavior of members of the organization. What will be the guide for the members of the organization in the behavior to follow? How they are going to fulfill the mission or the task which they are asked to perform, following certain behavior. Use SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is the word SWOT is the abbreviation of strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. It calls for analyzing an organization's strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats, which means any company may face those 4 dimensions. For example, if the heads of motorcyclists or riding bicycle became an obligatory from the government. So this is considered for the company which is producing these heads as an opportunity. Of course, it's considered as an opportunity from the point of view or from the point of view of the company that's producing these heads. So for each company, it's very important to determine the strengths, which is the point which distinguish these companies from others regarding the quality, the skills of its employees, its previous experience, and the weakness, if it's have a lack in any of the previous mentioned points, opportunities, which is offered by the market or by the society, and threats. For example, the trend of moving or taking healthy attitude is considered as an opportunity for restaurant which is offer healthy food, and at the same time as a threat for restaurant that offer junk food. يبقى أنا لما أقول مثلا الاتجاه ان انا اخد اكل صحي، يبقى المطاعم اللي بتقدم اكل صحي ده تعتبر فرصة بالنسبة لها، وفي نفس الوقت تعتبر مخاوف بالنسبة للشركة اللي بتقدم جانك فود اللي هو مش صحي. فلازم الشركة تعمل اناليسز للفور دايمنشنز بتوع السوات اناليسز. One purpose of assessing the external environment is to identify both opportunities that would benefit the company and threat to its success. And يعني SWOT analysis we can divide it as external analysis and internal analysis. Internal analysis, which includes strengths and weakness, which is related to the company or the organization itself. But opportunities and threats are results from the external environment. The next step is to evaluate, to set the goals and objectives or performance targets. What's the meaning of setting goals, objectives, or performance targets? Means directing all the activities needed to achieve the organization's mission, which we have set in number 2. What's the meaning of goals? Goals are the major accomplishments that the company wants to achieve over a long period of time. And objectives are the shorter term goals the company or the organization is aiming to reach or to fulfill. So we can divide our goals to long term and short term. Long term we consider it as goals, and short term are called objectives. Then number 6, develop tactical plans and operational plans. Tactical plans are plans which are put for short-term period. Operational plans are plans which are put for long-term periods. Here in this slide we are going to talk about how successful managers anticipate and plan for unexpected situations or how to deal with uncertainty through contingency planning and crisis management. What's the meaning of contingency planning? Contingency planning is the process of planning for risks that disturb your primary plans. In case that the company is faced by changes which adversely affect its organization, so it will affect its plan. So how to deal with these changes? For example, in the issues of infrastructure and facilities, a firm plans what it will do if an entire data center goes offline for an extended period of time due to damages to infrastructure such as solar panels, electrical grids, like in the 2 days here in Egypt of the rain, how telecommunication companies deal. It must have put a plan because it was already known before it happens, how it put a plan in order to face such a problem that of course adversely affect their plans. Crisis management are action plans that outline the steps that must be taken in case of a crisis. A crisis is an unordinary, unexpected action that will happen in the external environment severely affect your company. For example, like coronavirus or COVID-19, which adversely affect most business all over the world. For example, in Italy, many factories or all the factories that are not producing essential products are closed. Of course, those factories are facing now a crisis. How the management in such factories are going to face such a crisis? What are the actions the management of these factories or companies is going to put actions in order to face this crisis? Then we are going to move to the second management function, which is organizing. We finished planning and now we are going to start in organizing. What is the meaning of organizing? Organizing function occurs continuously throughout the life of the firm. For example, revisions of job assignments of employees. Organization, how to organize your company or organization in order to be able to fulfill or to put into action the steps of planning in order to reach to the organization goals. For example, organizing in all organizations and companies is divided among three levels. Top managers, typically three levels of management. Top managers, who are responsible for the overall performance. Middle managers, who report to top managers what to do and who are supervising low-level management. And first line managers, who supervise employees to make sure that work is performed correctly and on time. يبقى organizing معناها ان انا بقسم كاني بقسم الكومباني بتاعتي او الاورجنايزيشن بتاعتي بطريقه سليمه عشان تقدر تحقق الاكشنز بتاعت اللي محطوطه في البلاننج في الستيب اللي قبليها وتوصل للهدف بتاع الاورجنايزيشن. انا عندي 3 levels of management. التوب اللي هو بيحط الخطه ويتابع على البرفورمانس. الميدل ليفل اللي هو بيتلقى الخطة من التوب ليفل وبعدين يبتدي يعمل سوبرفيجن على الفيرست لاين اللي هم بينفذوها. الفيرست لاين اللي بيحط الخطة into action عشان يقدر يحقق الهدف بتاع الاورجنايزيشن. How the companies are going to get the job done. They are going to, in order to reach to their organizational structure, the first step is specializing or specialization, which means identifying the activities needed by the company in order to achieve its goal, and then dividing these activities into tasks. The next step is departmentalization, grouping specialized jobs into meaningful units. Through functional organization or divisional organization. Functional organization, which dividing or grouping peoples with similar tasks. For example, here in the university, we are going to make functional organization by grouping academic teachers or doctors, and administrative people, and those who are responsible for security, and so on. Divisional organizations means grouping activities according to the process or the product. According to the process or the product. For example, here in our university, in the Faculty of Management, we are dividing or making departmentalization. We have 6 departments: management, accounting, information system, economics, financial institutions, and so on. The third management function is leading. What's the meaning of leading? Leading means how to affect the people or the employees surrounding you in order to achieve the goal of the organization. It's the process of influencing the habits of others to achieve a common goal. So the leader is considered as if it's the role model for surrounding employees. Of course, not in all cases managers are considered as leaders or role models. There are 3 types of leadership styles: autocratic, free rein, and participative. Autocratic is the one who is going to take all the decisions by himself. He didn't make any delegations for decisions for the employees in the level below him. Free rein is considered as a medium leader who makes some sort of delegations for some decisions or give the facility for his employees to participate in taking certain decisions, and still he is in to take the final decision. Participative is the one who is going to allow his employees to take some decisions by their own without any interference from him. Controlling. Controlling is the 4th step in management function, and it's very important step. In this step, the company is going to compare between the actual performance and the planned goals it was planning for. In other words, the company is going to measure the difference between what actually happened and what it was planning to happen. هي دي آخر خطوة في المانجمنت فانكشن، ودي خطوة مهمة جدا لأن دي الخطوة اللي الشركة هتبتدي تعمل مقارنة ما بين اللي خططت له وما بين اللي حصل عشان تقدر تعرف الديفرنس أو إيه الأسباب ورا إن ما قدرتش توصل للي هي كانت مخططة له، وتقدر تعالج الأسباب دي. يبقى controlling function can be viewed as 5 steps. The first one is to establish the standard or establish the aim or the goal the company wants to reach, and then measure the performance or measure the actual performance or what actually happens, and then compare the actual performance with the standard it planned at the beginning, and then determine the deviation or the difference between both the actual and the planned in order to be able to know the reasons behind this deviation or the reason behind this difference, and then to take the reasonable actions in order to cover this difference in next periods. Finally, we are going to talk about managerial skills. What are the managerial skills required in each management level? Top managers need strong conceptual skills. What's the meaning of conceptual skills? Conceptual skills is the ability to understand the relationships among various tasks of the firm, because the top level managers is the level in which the plan of the company is put. So how he is able to understand the different relation among the various tasks required to be performed in order to be able to reach to the company's goal and put the plan into action. While those in the mid-level management need good interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills is necessary to communicate with customers, and because the mid-level managers are those who are dealing with the top-level managers and the first-line managers, so they must have good interpersonal skills in order to be able to deal with customers in different level of management. The first-line managers is important to have technical skills to understand the types of tasks that they manage. And of course, all managers at all levels must have must be good in strong communication, decision making, and time management skills. Time management skills, which is how to use time effectively. Communication skills is the ability to communicate with others, and the decision making skills, they using existing information to determine how the firm's resources should be allocated, how to take the correct decision regarding the available resources in front of you. يبقى اخيرا ايه المانجيريال سكيلز اللي لازم تبقى متوفره في كل ليفل من المانجمنت. التوب ليفل مانجمنت طبعا لازم يبقى عندهم strong conceptual skills اللي هي الابيليتي ان هم يفهموا العلاقه ما بين التاسكس المختلفه عشان يقدروا يحطوا البلان دي في التنفيذ، يعني تتنفذ خلاص. الميد ليفل مانجمنت بما ان هم بيتعاملوا مع اللي اعلى منهم واللي اقل منهم، يعني بياخدوا البلان من التوب ليفل مانجمنت ويوصلوها للفيرست لاين مانجمنت، فلازم يبقى عندهم interpersonal skills او يبقى عندهم الابيليتي to communicate with employees and customers. التكنيكال سكيلز اللي هي ازاي ابقى فاهم ان انا هعمل التاسك دي، اللي هي لازم تبقى متوفرة في الفيرست لاين مانجمنت. طبعا كل المانجرز في كل الليفلز لازم يبقى عندهم تايم مانجمنت سكيلز اللي هم ازاي يحسنوا استخدام الوقت، ويبقى عندهم decision making skills اللي هي ازاي ياخدوا قرار او يستخدموا كويس الموارد المتاحة قدامهم، وكمان يبقى عندهم strong communication skills. By this we have finished chapter 5. Thank you.